Hello, 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 hello. Wherever you are, I hope you are having a contemplative day wherever you are located this day, evening, or night. Wherever you're located on this planet, I hope you and your family are doing well because I'm not going to tell you, I'm not going to get into specifics, but right now the world is going through a pandemic. So I hope you're doing well wherever you're located. I'm in our favorite open source program, InkScape. My version of InkScape is version 0.92, and I'm using it on a Linux operating system. The flavor of Linux I'm using is Ubuntu. And with Ubuntu, I'm using the product called Visual Studio, I believe. Or is it Studio Visual? One of those. But Visual Studio, where it has a whole lot of graphical stuff on there like Blender, InkScape, Audacity. A lot of stuff comes naturally. So if you're a person in the artistic realm and you're not afraid of Linux, you should give Ubuntu Visual Studio a good try. So I'm saying, man, my topic for the day is making your text in perspective mode. Now, when you first start a text, let me type something in. But type in the word power. I'm going to click on my little thing to scale it up. Power. Now, it seems like InkScape has a perspective mode, but it doesn't. See, hold up. I clicked on it once. I can scale my text. I click on my text again. I can make it go diagonal. And that's all it's going, diagonal. Because if you know anything about perspective, ladies and gentlemen, and perspective is usually start at a little point. Then as you get closer and closer to the viewer, the object get larger. Look at my letter. The P and the R, or all the letters, are basically their same size. So that's not perspective. It's just putting it on a new diagonal. But if you didn't know about perspective, you would think it's perspective. So let's get into the perspective mode now. First thing you have to use is click on this pencil, the draw Bezier pencil. Now I'm going to deliberately do it wrong the first time. I'm deliberately doing it wrong to show you that while orientation of your pencil is important. I'm going to click right here. I'm going clockwise. Here, and I'm sketching out our perspective mode. See, I'm sketching it. You see that? In a perspective mode. Allegedly, both of these sides are parallel, but they don't look parallel. I can tell that right now, but allegedly they are. Perspective mode, you see one of these lines, you see where my mouse at, this line is larger than this line, so that's perspective mode. Alright, so for InkScape, I have to go back to my selection tool. I'm going to click on my text. Now, if you've been using InkScape for a while, you know at the bottom of InkScape, it's telling you what you're using. If I move my mouse all the way down to the bottom, you see it's called text, and it's telling me the type of the text, sans serif, and it got the numbers and all that stuff. And it's on layer 1. If you know about layers, I'm going to get into layers later. I'm going to make a lesson on layers. But it's text. Most of the things you have to manipulate, from what I've learned in my 1 year, I've only been using InkScape for 1 year. My 1 year of using it is you have to convert most of your stuff to a path. Text. So I have to go up into the word path, and I want to collect my object. I want to change my object, which is the word power, to a path. Something did happen, but it was very slight. I saw the box. You see the bottom line right here went up a little bit, but not much. Okay. Now, we're going to learn about how to do the perspective. In the old days of using InkScape, I believe before version 0.92, it used to, at the very top where it say object, path, text, it used to be a button called effects, but they got rid of that. So we have to go to the one called extension. But I have extension, and we choose modify path, and we choose the one right here, perspective. But I can't use perspective yet because, like in most things on the computer, I have to have both of my objects highlighted. Now they highlighted. So now I can go back to the word extensions. I can choose modify. I choose perspective. Wait a couple seconds and it's changed. But you notice the orientation is wrong. And I said I did that deliberately. Deliberately, I did that, but I can rotate it like that, you see? So it's still usable. But I'm going to show you the proper way I was told how to do this. So I'm going to do this again. I'm going to choose another word. I'm going to type in my new word, fearsome. Well, I'll type in fantastic. Alright, that's a nice long. Click on my select tool, scale it up. I have to give it a this too because I did it incorrectly. I have to give it a that. I have to click back on my Bezier pencil, and this, if you want your perspective to be the correct orientation as you see my text is now. If you want to have that same orientation, you have to start. Well, you can start anywhere you want to, but it's a certain clockwise motion you must follow. I'm going to click here, and I must go up immediately. Go up. Keep going clockwise. There. I come down. I'm gonna go all the way down. Like that. Then you connect everything. Zap. Well, my perspective. But anyway, it looks more like a box or like a rhombus, but it don't matter. I'm gonna go back here and select, highlight them both. Now I go back to extension. I'll go back to modify path, and I choose perspective. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, see, I forgot. See, it let us know this is not a path. So I have to go back to path and change my object to a path. Now go down the bottom because it's called a group, and it say 9 objects in my group. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Each letter is an object. So InkScape will let you know when something's wrong, and that's good for you. So that it's not just going to sit there and look idle. It's going to let you know that it's not a path. So let's try this. Extension, and I'm glad I made that mistake for our benefit. Modify. Oh, it's working. See, and it's working. When you see that empty box, see, and there we go. Now, this is truly a perspective because you can see the F and the C are slightly different. Now, I should have made it a perspective the way I wanted to, but hey. And also with this, see, I don't have to keep my starting figure anymore. I can delete it. And if I delete that, I still have my permanent perspective text. So that's it, my good people. If you enjoyed this lesson about perspective text in InkScape, it's been a big help to me because I make YouTube videos. And on my YouTube videos, since I'm an open source person, I use GIMP to affect the way how the picture look. Because that's what GIMP for. GIMP is made for image manipulation. InkScape is not made for no image manipulation. GIMP, so that's the difference. If you did not know the difference between GIMP and InkScape, I just now let you know. GIMP is made to manipulate images. I use InkScape to add effects to the image. I know in GIMP you can type text, you can add shapes, but it's not as easy in InkScape. In InkScape, you take the picture from GIMP and you can easily make your text like you saw I did here. In GIMP, it's a big hurrah to add text. In InkScape, it's a lot easier. But we saw how easy it was to add perspective to our text in InkScape. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you have anything that you would like to add to make me a better InkScape user, be my guest. Let me know. If you have a comment, give a comment. If you would like to subscribe, I welcome you to subscribe so we can learn about InkScape together. Until the next time, dear